Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Yo, Married at First Sight season 17 episode 10, the after party was literally lit. I love that Lauren was there because Lauren clarified a lot of things that we need to clarify in this whole situation. But before we go ahead and get into this review, I need you guys to do me a favor. If this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video on through. And if you like what you see, like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? But let's go ahead and get into it. Now on the after party, of course, we have our beautiful host, Keisha Napoleon. Hey girl, hey. Brian, Lauren, and Kim are the guests, and we get right into the thing. So Keisha asked them, how did they feel about meeting up with the experts, okay? And Brian was like, I look forward to it. I look forward to getting their insight. I was like, really, Mr. I don't need therapy? And I'm wondering what Dr. P's intentions are. Are you sure that you were open to this? Because it's not giving that, okay? So let's clarify some things, okay? Kim's father-in-law's collapsed from emotional trauma when his mother divorced him, okay? And ever since then, he has been bedridden. He says that he was surprised by the fact that Claire was surprised because he told her that his father wasn't well enough to get on the plane. But to clarify, he didn't tell her that he was on his deathbed. So then, sir, why are you surprised by her being surprised? Like, that's not something to be surprised about, especially with the way you just brought it out in front of the friends. He made it seem like he just brought it up because he had already mentioned it to her and like he was surprised about it. Cam's strange to me. And I'm really starting to figure out that he don't really say what he mean when he be saying what he mean. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So now we're talking to Lauren and we're happy because Lauren finally stood up for herself at the potluck, okay? After we see the scene and we talk about it, Lauren starts crying, okay? She says she feels like she has shown up. She feels like she's tried. She has been holding herself accountable in this process and he hasn't done the same. Keisha says she feel like all he had to do was say, Lauren, I'm sorry. And then Lauren says, but in his defense, and immediately I wanted to jump through the screen and say, girl, what do you mean? Why are you defending him? In his defense, what? In his defense, he probably doesn't even recognize what he did wrong. And then here comes Kim. He's never really probably had to conflict resolve. This is why this man gets to act the way he's acting because everybody is up on the stage making excuses for him like he's not a grown man. What do y'all mean in his defense? He should know what accountability is. Even when you sat there and told him what he needed to be accountable for, he still couldn't admit it. He still didn't understand what you was talking about. That man know what's going on and he's using it. He's using it and y'all sitting here and letting him use it also in his defense, Piss me off. Coddling that man. But anyway, we get to talking to Brian and after watching his scene, Keisha asked him, do he think that he need therapy right then, okay? He says he realized that he's not articulating himself well, okay? And he definitely believes in therapy. It just comes off like he didn't. I said, sir, you literally said out your mouth that you don't need therapy and you don't want to go to therapy and you don't believe in therapy. I don't understand. Like, I'm just so confused because I feel like after party and what we seen on TV are like two totally different shows, okay? He says that Dr. P wanted him to say what he didn't like about her and he didn't want to do that because that wasn't nice to her. He says that he doesn't feel a spark and that should be okay. Like, why do I have to keep explaining, oh, what I don't like about her? If there's nothing there, if there's no spark, there's just no spark. And we was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, could you understand how you could have just said that? Instead of kept saying you don't feel nothing, you don't feel nothing, you don't feel nothing, or keep acting like it's whatever you got to say about her is so bad you don't want to say it. So Keisha ultimately asked him, what is it that you wanted to say that you were kind of too scared to say? He says that when she started making comments about having one-night stands and partying and being ghosted and things like that, he started to feel like she wasn't ready for marriage, which caused him to, like, I guess, turn off from her. So it's safe to say that maybe at one point he was attracted to her, but then he got turned off because he probably felt like she was out here whoring around, jumping from couch to couch, sleeping with men, sleeping with all types of men, and he's just not too fond of that. Which now I can understand, which makes perfect sense to me, okay? And I feel like that's something that he should have brought up to the experts because that's something we could work through. He feels as though it's something he can't fix, so there's no need to discuss it. But you need to realize that that's something in the past, and until you address the issue, you're going to always have this pre-notion about her. But I really wanted to get to the clip of him disrespecting Dr. P. That's what I wanted to get into. Because I wanted to know why he thought it was okay to be cutting her off like that when she was doing her job. Okay, when he was like, this is my wife. I want to know what that was about. Why we didn't talk about that. But okay, let's keep going. So now we're talking about the conversation that Kim and Claire had when they decided not to wear their rings, okay? He said that the truth is, it wasn't really the issue of religion and stuff like that he wasn't willing to work through. It was the fact that he kept feeling rejected. So he used those other issues to make it bigger than what it was. Keisha brought up the fact that Claire had mentioned that he made a comment once about the fact that, you know, he wanted someone a little bit slimmer or something similar to that. And so that's probably why she started to pull back. He said that she interpreted it wrong. This man is getting on my nerve with interpretations. We already realized that you don't understand what you're saying, okay? It's the same thing that happened with my father can't get on the plane. She should interpret that as he's on his deathbed. He says that she is his type. So how did she interpret that you're not her type from her being exactly what you asked for? Something about that already doesn't make sense. He says he's not sure why she's not attracted to him. Keisha said, but you don't even know if she is attracted to you. He says that she told him off camera, no type of affection is allowed. Don't touch me, don't hug me, don't kiss me, none of that, okay? And Brian said that he's definitely attracted to her because he mentioned to the men how attracted to her he was. So then they was like, Lauren, what you got to say? And Lauren was like, this is crazy. This is crazy because let me tell you, that's not what she said to us. Now, I'm just saying what she said because she said that you made some comments about her body very early on. You know what? Let me just put it out there. You said that her butt was too big and if y'all ever had sex that you wouldn't come. And then Brian was like, we on air? And Keisha was like, yeah. And I was like, whoa. Because what? Sir, what? I can understand how she would interpret that as her not being your type. I don't understand how you didn't understand how that wasn't her type. So instead of addressing that situation, he wanted to throw it back on her and talk about the fact that she made comments about how she used to only date black men or athletic men, and that's a lie because all her exes were white. She probably just meant a little bit more tan, not flush white, okay? Maybe tall, dark, and handsome, not necessarily black, okay? But didn't you say you didn't know why? You don't know why she's not attracted to you when it clearly sounds like she told you that you wasn't her type looks wise. So stop lying. Kim's been sitting up here lying and exaggerating things for the longest. So then he talks about how she was telling him off of camera over and over again that she wanted him to leave the apartment. Why? Something about this I'm not believing, okay? And he was like, that's why I kept asking her, like, do you want me to leave? Do you want me to leave? And she was, you know, going back and forth like, I don't want you to leave, but I don't know if it's because I was just used to you being here or if it's because it's more to it. And I'm just sitting here like I told y'all, Kim is very, very gray. It's never black or white with him. It's never right or wrong. It's very gray. There's always some truth in there, but not completely. He has the problem with interpretation at this point. And I'm really, really upset that they didn't really let him go ahead and say that he said that, because they definitely skipped over the fact that he made that comment about that girl's body. And that's why she don't want to F with him, which makes perfect sense. And to come to think of it, if someone told me that about myself and I found it offensive, I wouldn't want them there either. Of course, I would tell them, don't touch me. Don't try to kiss me. Don't play for these cameras, because that's what it's giving. Don't play for these cameras when ultimately I'm not your type. So he's going around telling everybody she's his type when she's like, he made comments about my body. And the simple fact that you said that her butt was too big, that if y'all ever had sex, that you wouldn't even be able to make it happen, says a lot. Why would she want to be affectionate with someone who says something like that about her? Baby, when I tell you, Lauren, thank you, girl. Thank you, because you brought a lot of clarity to a lot of the things that we was wondering. And I hate how he kept trying to throw things out about her. Because then he said, like, oh, I will open up to her about something. And then when the cameras come on, she would then turn it around and open up like it's her. And I'm just sitting there looking confused. I don't trust Kim. And I said that in another review, and I was like, something about him I'm not feeling. This wrapped it up for me. He be lying. Clearly, he be lying. But anyway, y'all, that was the after party. It's a lot going on behind scenes that we need to really get into. So I'm hoping that they bring some of this onto the camera so that we can get a lot of clarification, because a lot of things I need them to talk together. I need the reunion at this point, okay? But anyway, y'all, that was the after party. Let me know what y'all think about it, how y'all feel about it. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to drop me some yellow hearts and let me know that you stopped by. Like the video, like the video, like the video. And if you did not subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel.